start with the different types of schizophrenia. There are 4 types: disorganized, catatonic, paranoid, and undifferentiated. Disorganized schizophrenia includes disorganized thinking, grossly disorganized behavior, and absent or inappropriate emotional expression. With disorganized thinking, you can't form logical or coherent thoughts. This disorganization is also noticeable in your speech patterns. You may not be able to stay on track in a conversation, instead jumping from one unrelated idea to another. Your disorganized speaking is so severe that it may appear unintelligible to others and as though you make up words. These same disorganized patterns are evident in your written communication. Grossly disorganized behavior of this type of schizophrenia is so severe it causes significant impairment in your ability to function in regular daily activities. You may not be able to bathe, dress appropriately, or prepare meals, for instance. You may have unprovoked agitation or confrontations, wear many layers of clothes on a warm day, and maybe engage in sexual behavior in public. When you lack emotional expression, which is called flat affect, your face appears blank. You don't make eye contact or display common body language. Although you may occasionally show some emotion, your range of expression is usually very limited. Sometimes you may have emotions that are inappropriate to the situation, such as acting silly or laughing loudly during a serious event. Catatonic schizophrenia includes symptoms of physical immobility, excessive mobility, extreme resistance, peculiar movements, and mimicking speech and movement. With physical immobility, you may be completely unable to move or speak, or you may stare, hold body in a rigid position, and seem to be unaware of your surroundings, what we call a catatonic stupor. You may also have a form of immobility known as waxy flexibility. For example, if your arm is moved in a certain position, it may stay that way for hours. Rather than being unable to move with excessive mobility, you may move in an excited manner that appears to have no purpose. You may pace in a frenzy, turn in circles, flail your arms, or make loud noises. With extreme resistance, you may not respond to instructions, you may resist any attempt to be moved, or may not speak at all. You may have inappropriate or unusual postures, grimace for long periods of time, or adopt unusual mannerisms. You may also have habits known as stereotype behaviors, which can include repeating words, obsessively following your routine, or always arranging objects exactly the same way. You may repeatedly say a word just spoken by someone else, which is the mimicking, or repeatedly copying a gesture or movement made by someone else, and that's mimicking movement. Paranoid. People with paranoid schizophrenia could have auditory hallucinations, which is hearing something without sensory input, delusions, which are beliefs not based in reality. Some common delusions are delusions of grandeur, which is believing you are someone important, like thinking you are Jesus, and delusions of persecution, which is believing that someone is out to get you, such as the FBI. You might also experience anxiety, anger, being emotionally withdrawn, possibly violent, and or have verbal confrontations. You might talk in a patronizing manner, which is talking as though you are superior. This makes sense if you think you are Jesus or God. And lastly, you might have suicidal thoughts or behaviors. The last type is undifferentiated schizophrenia. With undifferentiated schizophrenia, you have disorganized behavior, delusions, and hallucinations, and incoherence. It is possible that someone with undifferentiated schizophrenia will not only have word salad, but will use their own language. This is the category that psychologists use when the patient doesn't really fit into the other categories of schizophrenia.